Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. My name's Kendall. Today I'm going to be talking about the Yeezy Foam Runners in the sand colorway. And there is a lot of controversy on the foam runners and slides, specifically the sizing with them. It is a little bit different, so in this video I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the foam runner sizing and just like my recommendations, but I will be talking about the details of the shoe, and then at the end I will do an on foot as well. So if you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and let's get right into the video. Okay, so first off, the foam runner box is just this plain brown box. There isn't as much detail, whereas the other like 350s, they have the number on there. It says 350, so it is more plain and minimalistic. But then when you open it up, it does say foam on the inside here. Okay, so here is the foam runner. And when they say the sand colorway, it literally looks like sand basically. So it is pretty much like a cream color is what I would call it. So just like all the other foam runners, it basically has that unique look to it with all of the different little details with the holes on the side. And the foam runner itself is pretty lightweight, especially compared to the slides. So again, too, with foam runners, there isn't really much to say about it. A lot of the foam runners come in like a solid color, or they come in kind of like a mixture of not a tie-dye, but kind of like that. So this one is plain, obviously, so there isn't much to talk about with the colors on these. But again, just like I was saying, they have the specific designs on each side, whereas the front is a little bit different, the pattern on it. And then on the bottom of the foam runner, it's very sturdy and you can tell that there is a lot of comfort. And on the inside, there's like a lot of circles, so it has kind of like that comfort, but like you can also grip it too, so your foot's not gonna like easily slide off. So yeah, like I said, everything is pretty much similar to other foam runners. I also did another video on a different colorway that I had, so I'm not going to get too much into the details. So yeah, I think this is a nice colorway, and I did check the resale on this and it's not going for crazy amounts. It does retail for $90. It used to be $80, but then they put it up to $90 with all of the price changes going on like at Nike and Adidas. So personally, I think the $90, obviously it sucks it went up, but it's still under 100, so it's really not too bad, just because with the 700s, some of them can get up to like 300, so Adidas is pretty pricey with the Yeezys, but this isn't too bad. At least it's still under 100. But yeah, like I was saying, it isn't too crazy for resale. I know the white colorway, it begins with an A. I just cannot pronounce it that well. I'm forgetting how to pronounce it. But the first one that dropped in the foam runners, that one's really popular, and that one is a little bit more money. It's especially popular. I know when I was traveling and I went to the airport, everyone has that colorway on, so I know it matches a lot, but I would say this is a good alternative. If you want to pay a little bit less for it, then I would go with these, because these do have a nice cream kind of color to it. Okay, so now moving on to the infamous sizing of Yeezy Foam Runners. The sizing here is kind of unique, and it is similar to the slides, but the only thing is with slides you can kind of get away with going with the wrong size, because you obviously can slip your foot on, whereas this, it's kind of like, you know, a slip-on, and when you're walking, if it's too big, it's gonna like fall off. So the slides, you can get away with getting the wrong size, but I feel like the foam runners is a little bit more on the difficult side. So for me personally, I get the same size as I get in my Yeezy slides. But with that being said, I do have some room in here, especially when I'm not wearing socks with these. So for me, I could potentially go down a full size, but I just stick with my true to size for the slides, just because I typically wear them with socks. That's just what I do, but I feel like if I did go a full size down with wearing socks with them, it might be a little bit more uncomfortable. But that's just my opinion, because when I do wear shoes, I don't like the feeling of my foot feeling a little bit cramped, whereas other people, they might actually prefer that over having a little bit extra room. So it really just depends on like what you personally want. So just for sizing reference, I am a women's 8, and my usual conversion with that would be a 6.5 in boys. So with Yeezys, usually the 350s, you go a half size up, and also with slides. So my size is a 7 in men's, so that's what I also got in the foam runners, just for sizing comparison. But again, it can be tricky just because since there is no half sizes, if you're kind of like in that in between and you don't know if you should go a full size up or stick to the half size down, I probably would recommend the half size down just because you don't want this to be like falling off. But again, it really just depends on how you prefer your shoe. Like if you have a wider foot and you prefer a little bit extra room, then definitely go with the higher size. But if you have a more narrow foot and you want it to actually just fit or not be a little bit extra room, then I would go with the half size down or the smaller size. So it really just depends. I feel like it kind of stinks the sizing with the foam runners, especially because most times you can't try them on. Obviously it's like pretty hard to get them. So yeah, it really just depends with what you want. I know that kind of stinks like just talking about it because it is really confusing and there really is no right answer for the foam runners. Just for instance, my fiance, he is a 10.5 in men's, and usually in his 350s he would get a 10.5 or 11, but he actually got a size 10 in the foam runners because it's just like a little bit too big on him and he prefers like, you know, something to just fit rather than to be bigger. So in that case, he's like completely different from like what I would do. So it just depends on your personal preference and also like how your foot is, if it's more narrow or wider. So yeah, that's just my recommendation. I would just do what works best for you and what you like. So yeah, now moving on, I am gonna do an on foot in a few, but I'm really curious what you guys are thinking of these and how you like this colorway. So let me know in the comments below. Personally, I actually really like this colorway. It is really nice, and especially because a lot of times people want something that's going to match everything. I feel like this is a really good option if you can't get the white ones because they are a little bit more pricier. This is a great alternative and a really good colorway. And again too, with the comfort level, the comfort is always there with Adidas and the Yeezys, so to me it is a really comfortable shoe as well. And especially if you like the look and, you know, something that you can slip on easily, then these are a really good option. So I'm going to show you guys how they look on feet now.
Try, you just land what you like. Shotgun and pink pilot, you book me to fly. Tell me what you want, position, you just list them up. Got you loud before the dinner and we lifting up. As if I could see you, girl, how about tonight? Tell me no, but then letting you like come through tonight. You decide you're devouring me. I'm an hour out, GPS, you ride it for me. Tell me out.
Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys are currently thinking about these shoes and how many foam runners you guys have currently. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.